cutest basket ever. Continuing in my making things off Pinterest for Christmas, which it's now after Christmas, but you know, I got my project done before Christmas. That was what mattered. This was my test basket that I made off of this amazing free pattern from Esther at makemydaycreative.com. Thank you, Esther. Beautiful. And I made, it's actually using a really small crochet hook and doubling I used acrylic yarn because I have tons of that from my Grandma Clausen. Anyway, I did a bunch of that, and it's a really tight, you can almost hear it like a drum if you were close. It makes a really tight weave. I thought that was fun. I have small children. Humor me. Anyway, so it's just a really dense fabric when you get done with it, and I probably would have been confused out of my mind if I just tried to read the pattern. But thankfully, Esther knew that I would be confused. And it must have been just for me, but she made a video where she demonstrated this little trellis stitch here, which she's even used on scarves and stuff. But this was what drew me in. This lattice looking stitch was why I wanted to make this basket. But just to demystify it a little, it's actually, once you figure that one stitch out, it's very repetitive, and it was a lot less challenging than I thought it was going to be. So, definitely watch the video or you'll think I'm crazy, but it was easier than I was expecting because like once you figured it out, I was like, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And I'll show a little video at the end, but I actually made my mom one for Christmas, and I did 2 different colors of blue just to see what that would look like to have, because these are very similar, but it is 2 different colors of tan, but they're so similar that you kind of don't really notice the difference in stuff, because it's a basket that she designed to use, like if you have scrap yarns, you're kind of like choosing the size of the bag or basket based on your scrap yarn. So anyway, I just thought it was totally unique looking, and it looks great in different colors as well. I did get off somewhere in my bigger one that I made. Like you can see, there's almost like an octagon shape. Like it has kind of some sharp corners on the bottom here that I thought were cool. But when I enlarged it, somewhere I got off of my rows. And I'll admit I was kind of lazy and I didn't do my markers and stuff like that in the bigger one. I was like, I've been here, I've done that. I don't need my little markers. Apparently I did. But my mom loved it anyway. She was not judgmental, even though when you make something and you made a mistake, you're like, oh, it's all I can see is that mistake. But she didn't judge it. She thought it was beautiful. Fortunately, I shoved it full of other stuff. So you were like looking at the stuff in the basket and the overall basket look. And she loves it. She said she loved it. But anyway, I hope she wasn't lying to me. But it looked really cool in other colors. And I think it's great just as an organizer around your home. Or, like I did with my mom, I made it bigger. Or you could use this size, too, for a smaller gift. But I made a couple homemade candles and some soap, and I put all that stuff in there. And some slippers for my Zoom Yummy slippers. If you haven't seen that video, that was another review I did. Awesome slipper pattern. I was, like, making slippers for everyone on Christmas Day this year. It was so fun. I think the most rewarding pair was for my, is Gloria 1.5? I'm a horrible aunt who doesn't know the age of her own children, let alone her nieces and nephews. But anyway, my little niece has feet like this big, and so I kind of tapered the pattern down a little. Cutest slippers ever. So watch that video if you haven't seen my review. That's another free pattern. Anyway, but I've just been having so much fun doing other people's patterns because I like never get to do that. And I was like, I could do a video on that. Anyway, so I hope you guys go check out this pattern that I did not make, and I hope you like it as much as I do. And if you make it in different colors and stuff, I would love to see. Come post them on my Facebook page. So anyway, but it's beautiful, and once you watch the video, and I like turned off the TV, watched the video, didn't let people talk to me, like I was in it when I was figuring out this lattice section, and then it was like chaos could return. But like my husband, like, I like paused it in the midst of a show we were watching, which I guess was kind of rude, but it needed my full brain attention. But once I had it, I had it. I would love to see what this pattern would look like in like variegated yarn. I think that would be crazy awesome. But literally, I think you could have like one solid color like running through and have like different random stuff that you just kept tying off, like my bird cage that I'm always trying to use up my scrap yarn. I think it would be just really cool. So, but you know me, I get bored. I'm really bored with the slipper pattern now. I've made like 12 of them, so I'm bored with that pattern, and I made 2 of these baskets, and I'd kind of like to make like a big, you know, I've never finished covering my fabric boxes back here. Who knows? I might make another one, or I might just move on. I have ADD, and it's so counterproductive to me doing multiples of the same thing. It's rough. Because once you figure it out, it's easier to just keep going, but I guess I need a challenge or I can't function. So anyway, which is why I'm always making my own patterns, because I go, oh, can I make Barbie shorts? Yes, I can. Which I need to film that video. I'm sorry, lovers of the Barbie dress pattern. I have sitting over on this, under this mound of fabric on by my sewing machines and stuff. I have figured out a pattern for Barbie Bermuda shorts, and I still have not like finalized like on the computer so the pattern looks beautiful, and I have not filmed that video. I'm sorry. I'm a big Barbie pattern loser lately, and I know you want more, and I'm sorry that I'm a Barbie pattern loser, and my daughter is probably sorry too that I'm a loser and I haven't finished her shorts. So anyway, those will come eventually, hopefully before my daughter gets sick of Barbies. Anyway, but back to this basket. So I made one in blues as well. It's 2 different colors of blue. And I just loved this pattern. Made a great gift basket. And just totally changes the whole basket by changing the colors. I was rambling here, but love this basket. Great free pattern, and just so glad. I'll put a link in the description so you can go check it out for yourself. Oh, and a little shameless self-promotion here. If you haven't already done so, subscribe! The button's right there. What are you waiting for? This is the day. Seize the subscribe button.